Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. I make mom and lifestyle videos, so if you enjoy that kind of content, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I'm mom to a toddler Dominic and a 2-month-old baby Elaina. This video is a 2-month update. Elaina has been doing lots of new stuff lately, so I'll talk all about that and how she's been doing, and then a little bit at the end about how I've been doing 2 months postpartum. She had her 2-month doctor checkup the other day. She's still pretty small. She was 9 pounds 2 ounces, but she had gained weight from her last checkup, so not anything to be worried about. Dominic was a really small baby too. She's actually in a slightly higher percentile than he was, and we haven't had to supplement her with any formula. She's been satisfied with nursing, so for now we'll be doing that. She was about 22.5 inches, so she's growing taller. I already actually had to move the car seat belt up to the tallest level that it will go. As far as her clothes, she's officially grown out of her newborn clothes. She's in 0 to 3, and those are even getting a bit tight, so she's starting to get into the 3-month clothes. She grew out of all of her little swaddlers, and I think it was the right time too, because she was kind of getting tired of having her arms held down, so we have her in sleep sacks at night now. Last month she had really bad baby acne. It lasted probably about 3 or 4 weeks, but it did clear up on its own, and she has really nice clear skin now. She's gone through and has a handful of nicknames. When she was a newborn, my husband gave her the nickname Little Potato, and I thought that was pretty cute. I called her that for a while, but then she kind of grew out of it, so she was Medium Potato for a little bit, but now she's just too big to be a little potato. My mom came up with the nickname originally actually for my niece of Girly Swirly or Twirly Girly Swirly, so I call her some variation of that sometimes. It just seems kind of fitting. I call her Baby Loaf and Baby Love a lot, or Squeegits if she's being particularly squeaky, which she does like to squeak sometimes. I call her Sissy a lot. I guess that's kind of a title and a nickname, but I call her that to Dominic a lot. If you have a baby with cute nicknames, I'd love to hear what those are in the comments below. As far as her developmental milestones, she is right on track, or in some of them way ahead of time. She actually rolled over from her belly to her back, but the day before she turned 7 weeks old. So she is way ahead on that one. That one's usually more like 3 to 4 months. I only got it on camera once, but she has done it another probably 4 or 5 times after that. So I know it wasn't just a freak thing. Oh, wow. She does her baby push-ups really well during tummy time. She actually was able to do push-ups pretty much as soon as she was born, but she is very strong, especially compared to Dominic. It took him quite a while to be able to do little push-ups. When we would try to do tummy time with him, he would just lay his head right on the floor, but she is really good at lifting up her head and neck, and she's recently started smiling and cooing, which is a 2-month milestone. Her vision is getting better. You can tell she can see close up, and she started to do a little bit of self-soothing, especially like if I put her in her bassinet or her swing and maybe she starts crying and then somebody walks over real close and starts talking to her, and then she can see them, and that really helps her. And sometimes she might cry for a minute, but I have to change Dominic's diaper or something like that, and then she'll be able to kind of calm herself and stop crying after a couple minutes. And that's something that just started within the last week or 2. But that will definitely be nice once she can have longer stretches by herself. This baby loves to be held, and she eats pretty often. I absolutely love cuddling with her. I love all the baby time, but that means that sometimes chores around the house and other things that need to get done get put off. So once she can have a little bit more independent time, I'll be able to get more things done, but that's okay. It's just a stage. As far as her diet, like I mentioned earlier, she is exclusively breastfeeding. She seems to be doing great with that. I had low supply with Dominic and needed to supplement formula with him. With her, I think I have more supply. We haven't had to give her any formula at all, and she seems satisfied. She's gaining weight well. I do think I still have a bit of low supply though, because she eats really often. Even at night, the least that she wakes up during the night is twice. Usually she wakes up at least 3 or 4 times during the night and is hungry, and then she just wants to eat all morning between about 8 and 10, and then she'll be calm or nap till about 12:30. So I do get a little stretch there. That's when I usually try to start on dinner. I've been doing a lot of crock pot meals, which are nice because I can get them prepped while I usually baby wear her and prep that in the late morning and then get it in the crock pot, and it's perfect for dinner. And then that's nice because I don't have to do much prep for dinner after my husband gets home, and we have a little bit more family time. And then during the afternoon, she eats more. Usually we'll do some tummy time and some cuddles. And the only thing she gets other than breast milk is vitamin D supplements. Breastfed babies can be vitamin D deficient. The current recommendation is to supplement breastfed babies with vitamin D. Initially, I just used the one that the doctor prescribed that I picked up from the pharmacy, but it has butterscotch flavor and caramel color, so I wasn't too thrilled about that. It was 1 milliliter in drops that I gave her at once. She was okay with it, but she would usually drip out some and it made a sticky mess. One time she choked on it. That was not fun. So I did a little research and I switched to these vitamin D drops. It's the Upspring Baby Vitamin D. I will link this and any other products that I mentioned in the description below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But this, it's just one little tiny drop. You just put it on your finger and baby sucks it off your finger. These are much better. All it is fractionated coconut oil and vitamin D. And I did run it by the pediatrician and she said it seemed fine to her. I think it was like 11 or 12 bucks, something around there, and it will last a whole year. So I would definitely recommend something like this for vitamin D drops. She does have a mild case of cradle cap. I only like to give babies baths about once a week, so that probably makes it a little bit worse. But when I do give her a bath, I just use baby shampoo and I put it on this little bristle brush that we actually got from the hospital. And it works really well at helping with the cradle cap. So just scrub all around for a couple minutes with a little bit of baby shampoo, and that helps kind of get rid of it. So I've been doing that about once a week and it gets a lot better after her bath. The same thing happened with Dominic, so I think it's just pretty much normal in babies this age. The first few times, except maybe the very first time that I gave her baths, she absolutely hated them. She pretty much screamed and cried the whole way through. She didn't get a bath at the hospital. We just washed her hair to kind of get the gunk out. I actually waited to give her a bath until her umbilical cord fell off, and that was when she was 8 days old. But the last time that I gave her a bath, she actually did super well. She seemed like she enjoyed it. I think she was in a good mood and the water was just the right temperature. So hopefully that will continue. I give her a bath in this little baby tub. That works really well for this stage. And then once she gets a bit older, I'll just switch her into baths in the tub. Another thing we like to do in the morning is Dominic will pick out a few books that he wants to read and he'll come up and cuddle on the couch next to me. And we do that while I'm nursing Elaina, so it's a nice little multitask. If I need a little bit of a break, I'll turn on a show for him. And something that he started doing the other day is while he's watching his show, he will reach out and twiddle Elena's hair. She usually spends a few hours during the day in her baby wrap. I've been mostly using the Mom Cozy one. I actually did a video review on it. I'll link to that there if you want to check that out. But that's the wrap that I've been using most often with her lately. It's pretty snug and secure. She likes it really well, and it's not too hard to get on and off. I have a baby Bjorn carrier that I use occasionally. It just has a couple of snaps and buttons, so it's really easy to get the baby in and out. I used it a lot with Dominic when I would go grocery shopping, because when you're getting a baby in and out of a car, you don't want to stand there for a long time trying to get them in and out of a wrap. At least for me, that seems like a bit too much work, so I would use the baby Bjorn for that. But it's not quite as snug. The babies don't usually get quite as comfy in it. And it doesn't have quite as much support, so that's why I like to keep it to just like a short shopping trip, where if you wear it for a long amount of time, your back might start to get sore. And I don't get that with the Mom Cozy wrap. We're also getting some nice weather here, and we've been going on walks in the evening when it's nice out. We've been putting both of them in the double stroller. Elaina usually falls asleep. She loves it. It actually works with her car seat, so I put her car seat in the stroller, and then Dominic goes in the front of the stroller, and he has a blast. He's been wanting to get out of his stroller during part of the walk lately. Yeah, which definitely makes the walk take a lot longer because I have him hold my hands, and then he likes to touch the grass and find little flowers and twigs and things to pick up and carry around. Yeah, but he has a lot of fun, and it's nice to get out, get a little bit of exercise, and get everyone some fresh air. That's about everything as far as Elena's updates. So now a little bit about how I've been doing 2 months postpartum. Big baby yawn, wow. The nice thing is that since I've already had one baby, I kind of have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing, so not as many things to figure out. But then the hard part is I have to take care of a toddler while Elaina needs a lot of attention. Luckily, he is starting to have a longer attention span and some independence. Dominic can play with his toys by himself for a while if I need to take care of Elaina. And if I really need something to keep his attention, I can throw a show on TV for a little bit. And as far as physically, I've not started losing mass amounts of hair yet. That will probably start pretty soon though. I think with Dominic it started around 2.5 months postpartum. I've lost about 1 more pound, not anything too crazy, but I'm probably going to start trying to get back into shape pretty soon. I've received my first vaccine and I get my next one pretty soon. So once I'm fully vaccinated, I plan on joining the Y again. I joined the Y a few months after Dominic was born and I really enjoyed that. I did a strength training class about twice a week. And the Y, where I usually go, has a nice walking track, so I would walk around there, especially when it wasn't nice outside. The nice thing about the Y is they have child watch. Around here, it's just pretty much impossible for me to do much exercise other than taking them in the stroller on walks. Elaina pretty much needs my constant attention, and she mostly still naps while I'm holding her, so I don't get much time to do something like working out. I hate cardio, but I love strength training and walking. I love building my muscles and being able to exercise or walk without being out of breath. And to me, that's more important than like being at a certain weight. My knees have been okay. I have had a couple days where I had a little bit of knee pain, and I mentioned it when I went to the chiropractor, and my knees actually kind of got twisted, so she was able to help with that. So I haven't had any severe knee pain like I had some postpartum with Dominic. Here's what my belly is looking like 2 months postpartum. I didn't get any new stretch marks. They got a little bit redder up at the top here, so a couple of them kind of stretched out a little bit more, but that's it. No like brand new big ones. That's about everything for our 2-month update. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe.